My brain is in complete and utter meltdown. I'll show you actually. I was having a cheeky Nando's. There it is. Demolished. 2 gravies. The gravy's nice at Nando's. Wings, 10 wings, peri fries. It's minding my own business. Nothing interrupts a cheeky Nando's. Quite like a bit of a transfer tittle-tattle U-turn, which is what we've seen. I'm not entirely... I'm going to try and do my best to explain to you what's going on, or at least my perception of what I think is going on. I think we might have been duped. I think we've been tricked. I think we've been played like a fiddle. Taken for fools. I don't mind that bit. I don't mind. If we've been done, and actually it's been like a bit of magician's misdirection, and whilst we were looking one way, a transfer deal has been done somewhere else, I don't mind that. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind being duped. It's been a bit like, talk about magician, it's been a bit like a 3-card trick, hasn't it? You know, follow the card, follow the card, follow the card. That's what it's been like trying to follow the West Ham news as far as pertains to the goalkeeper situation at the moment. We thought we were getting John Victor all the while. Potter out the wizard's sleeve. He was hiding Hermansen up there. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? You blabbering idiot. I'll tell you now, and then I'll start blabbering again. As far as I was concerned, as far as you was concerned, as far as most people were concerned, we were going for John Victor, the Botafogo goalkeeper. We'd agreed the deal. Fabrizio Romano had given it a here we go. So that's like an official. People used to say, I'll wait until the signing is holding up the shirt. Not anymore. They say, well, wait until Fabrizio Romano says, here we go. He did it. Well, at least a preliminary. Here we go. We were signing John Victor. Sky Sports said it. Romano said it. TalkSport said it. And the reason we weren't going for either Zion Suzuki or Mads Hermansen, the narrative was they were too ambitious. They wanted to be number one. We discussed this in yesterday's video, which was starting to very old very quickly. But I don't mind. If it means we get the right goalkeeper, I don't mind. The real reason, I thought, was it's cheap, right? This is the cheap option. Suzuki's 30 million, Hermansen 25 million, John Victor 10 million. We're going to do that. Particularly now, you're thinking that's going to happen because everyone's tetchy. Everyone's a bit sensitive because of the Callum Wilson situation. We're all thinking we're just doing everything on the cheap. However, it would seem if the latest updates are correct, and I say if, I'm not believing anything anymore. I'm not. I'm still, that 3-card trick still going on. But if the latest rumours are to be believed, West Ham are still negotiating with Mads Hermansen. We've agreed personal terms and the deal with Leicester City is very close. How do we know this? Well, I think the first... I got a message when I was having my Nando's. The first one was from the first update. I don't mean the first text message. The first update was from ex-West Ham United employee on his Patreon, who said pretty much what I've just said. And then esteemed award-winning journalist Henry Winter said pretty much the same thing. In a game of top trumps, I'm not sure whether the combo of Henry Winter and ex-West Ham United employee trumps Sky Sports, Fabrizio Romano and TalkSport. It's a tough one. Has anyone got those top trump cards? I want to believe this one. I did the video earlier. I want to believe this. Just like I wanted to believe Ezekiel Palacios. This is a crazy one. If this is true though, we have been absolutely played on this. This would be from the playbook that I said I wasn't going to believe anymore. Do you remember if you watched yesterday's video? I said that when West Ham were trying to sign John Duran and we were linked with Nicholas Fulkrug, I said, no way, I'm not believing this. It was clear to me at the time that Nicholas Füllkrug was just a ruse, a phantom transfer bid to try and get Aston Villa to accept our offer for John Duran. Well, I was wrong. And because I was wrong then, when somebody suggested that the move for Botafogo's John Victor was nothing more than a ruse to try and smoke out Leicester City, to smoke out those pesky foxes, I said, no. No, I've been here before. That won't be happening. Maybe I'm wrong again, but in the reverse. I don't mind. That's fine. I'm happy to be wrong. On this, definitely. This one. Because this is Graham Potter's first choice, right? Would you agree? Why do we think that? Well, because Graham Potter's appointed two goalkeeping coaches to his staff, one of whom is the former Brondby goalkeeping coach who has worked with Mads Hermansen before. It's not that tenuous. That's why I would believe him to be. Also, he is supposedly the better one with the ball at his feet. He's better than John Victor, with the ball at his feet. Honestly, my brain's gone to a mush. It's so confusing. It's so much back and forth, so many U-turns. This is hard to... ordinarily, I would have no problem. Think, we'll do another video about that. I think I got indigestion from the spiciness of the Nando's. But too much. Two vats of gravy is quite a lot of gravy, even for a gravy lover. Anyway, this is quite hard to follow. But hopefully you followed this as well. I want it to be true. Because this would be really good. This would put a completely different slant on what has been. As I've mentioned before, it would feel like a transfer window that's got progressively worse. Now, that may not have been the case. As I say, I've not. It's wrong of me to make a judgment on John Victor's goalkeeping skills when all I'm getting are clips of people that are either trying to prove he's crap or clips from people that are trying to prove he's brilliant. I don't. How can you? There's no way you can make a reasoned judgment. But it did seem like we'd gone El Hadji Magic Diouf, Carl Walker-Peters, Callum Wilson, and then the cheapo geezer from Botafogo. It looked like we were progressively getting more and more skint, really. It's a bit like your trolley when you start going around a supermarket, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, maybe you probably don't shop like that. I do. Anyway, this would change that. This would change that narrative. This would change that entirely. It would be us actually. Okay, we've got another one. We've got another one of Potter's signings. Everybody believed that Magic Diouf was a Potter signing. Half the people believed, maybe, that Walker-Peters was. Nobody believed that Callum Wilson was. And there ain't too many that would have believed John Victor was. Everyone had believed that Mads Hermansen is. So that changed. That's quite a big one. In terms of, is the manager being supportive? That's quite a big one. But that's all. In many respects, if it's not, it only matters if it's true. If it's not true, it doesn't matter. What does matter is West Ham getting in and improving the goalkeeping situation. And despite everything that anyone else thinks and has suspected, including myself yesterday quite heavily, if actually it does turn out that we're going to improve the goalkeeping position, that's really all that counts. And if we are going to go and do this, and we are going to go and get what many people believe to be a very talented goalkeeper, one who's proven in the Premier League, one that I know the back line speaks lots of different languages, right? But to be fair, I heard Jean-Claire Todibo singing Bubbles the other day, right? I saw him singing Bubbles, but I also heard him giving banter to James Ward-Prowse in a free kick thing, which the West Ham media put out. His English is fine. Nathan Gird's English is excellent. Nathan Gird's English, I think, is better than Max Kilman's. You know what I'm saying? Basically, we've got. I don't know if I don't know if John Victor. I keep second guessing myself on his name, John Victor. I don't know how good his English is. So I mean, it'd be good. I know what he said. We'll get the Danish bloke in. He'll speak English, but he's well. To be fair, the Scandinavians, they speak English better than us, don't they? I don't know. It just makes sense. I think the standout. I still maintain the standout goalkeeper for me was Suzuki, but I'm more than happy with this as a signing. Be really, really good. I'm gonna upload this now. Didn't get me Portuguese custard tart because that's what this has done, by the way. That's the real issue here. It's probably changed by the time I upload it and done my thumbnail and all the rest of it. But I do think, quite possibly, we may have all been played like a fiddle.